Welcome back to another ASMR video. Just kidding.
Okay, let's not talk about how long it's been since we have recorded an episode. It's honestly embarrassing, and I don't have any reasoning really as to why, except for the fact that we moved.
We also graduated college.
Yeah, a lot of things happened. We graduated, we moved apartments.
The main reason we stopped was because she started getting really caught up in her senior project, and then we just kind of forgot about it. Taylor Swift happened.
Who's Taylor Swift anyway?
Ew.
Yeah, so we felt inspired, I guess is the best way to put it, to talk about the lovely, the beautiful Miss Taylor Swift and the Life of a Showgirl album.
Yeah, it came out 4 days ago at this point. I thought it was like Monday. It's like Tuesday or something. But it came out on Friday, October 3rd. On October 3rd? He asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd. And since the album came out, there has been a lot of negative backlash and crazy like digging deep into it and just like sincere, like genuine like hatred of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so today we just want to talk about the discourse, what's going on, our thoughts about the album, and just everything in between. First off, the leading up to the album, there was a bunch of individual releases on her websites, which ended up being a bunch of different versions of the album. Pretty much she released like,
I actually don't know the total because there's like the vinyl variants, which I think there was about 6 of, and then there's also the CD variants, which there was a lot of. Probably like 8 to 12.
Yeah, she had a couple different versions for the CDs. She had signed versions. She had at least, I think it was around 6 or 7 vinyl versions.
I think at this point it's like 7 or 8 because now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot about the Target edition.
I always remember the Target edition. It's my favorite one.
I just forgot about it because I just for some reason lumped it in my brain with like the initial drops, but there was a bunch of like, she dropped like two different color variants at the same time, but also like I don't think she considered the different colors different variants. Like, so it was like she had the 2 of the same cover but they were in different colors, and that's the same variant, if that makes sense.
Which is ridiculous because they're different. We each got one of the, what were they called? The CD
like
collector
boxes.
Yeah, we got 2 different versions. Our roommates got one too. It was like a whole thing whenever that one was released. We
were watching the New Heights podcast when she dropped those, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Yeah, we were all together and we ended up each getting one. It was really fun and stressful, but fun. And then eventually Heaven got the signed CD whenever it came out. I'm still waiting for my CD to come in. Heaven did.
I did get mine.
Yeah.
I got both of mine. I think it was called It's Rapturous, the CD box. And that one the theme was like a purple color, and purple is my favorite color, so I picked that one. It came with like a necklace, it came with some collectible photos, which I thought was really cool. It also came with like a different cover of the CD with like purple lettering on it, and I thought it was pretty cool. I only even got that because it was only like $17 for like all of that stuff that came with it, so I was pretty excited about that one. And then the signed CD, me and my best friend Kaylee, other than Maddie, me and my best friend Kaylee, like, we always are looking forward to the signed CDs, and I wasn't able to get one for the Tortured Poets department because I was unemployed at the time. I've been like waiting for her to drop the signed CD, so she dropped it while I was at work. So I ran off the work line, and I'm sitting in the, like, trying to add it to my cart. It won't add to my cart. I'm freaking out. Maddie's trying to add it to her cart for me. It's not working. And then finally I get it to work. And then after I get it to work, I realized that there was multiple photos that I could have picked from. And I didn't get my favorite photo out of the 4, but I got one, and that's all that mattered to me. And I got one I liked. It came with a heart, and that was exciting for me. So
a lot of people were talking about how it was really annoying that she was coming out with a bunch of different variants of the album. I have always agreed with this. For any artist, having multiple different versions of an album, especially before the album comes out, is kind of ridiculous. I understand maybe having like a plan, like the most simple, like this is the original version of it, and then having a second one that's like, this is our deluxe, like not the music, but this is our deluxe, like
limited edition, like alternate cover, like kind of what Sabrina Carpenter did with Man's Best Friend. Like she did the normal one. She did 4. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I only remember 2 of them.
Yeah, she did 4. Because she had the one that was really controversial,
with
and
the
then
hair.
She did another one, and then she did another one, and then she did another one. She did 4.
Oh.
It's more of a common thing to do it now, but I just think it's kind of ridiculous. It's definitely money grabs. But the thing is like, we as the people can't really complain that much because we are contributing to it. They wouldn't do it if we didn't buy it. However, we're buying it. So, like, it's our fault that it is the way that it is and that they think that they can do that. I just find it annoying because, especially since they're all being released, like, multiple at different times during the month, you know, like once a week, there was something new that came out. You don't know which one's going to be your favorite. So you can purchase one and then get another one. Like, they show another one and you're like, wait, I actually like that one more. So that's why it's kind of a money grab in a way, because you're like, well, I like that one more, so I'm just going to get both of them because whatever. Even though you like the second one over the first one or something like that. Like, it's annoying to me that is the way that it is.
I feel like me personally has been very great at not being receptive to the cash grab. Like, I'm like, if I like a cover and I buy it and whatever, and then another one comes out and I really like it, I'm like, I already bought one though. The only exception is the signed CDs because those are special, and before this one I only had 2, and they were old. Like, I had Fearless Taylor's version and Red Taylor's version, so that's like a 4-year-old one. And then I didn't get one for Torture Poets, and I wanted one with a heart. So I was like, I'm really gonna make sure that I'm able to do this. But like, I wouldn't have bought anything more than what I got, even like. And especially because in the moment, you don't hear the albums when you buy that stuff. And even the signed one, like, I didn't hear the album before I bought it. So, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to spend the money on an album that I might not like, which is why I was really glad that I didn't buy anything for Torture Poets Department until after I heard the album, because it's not my favorite album ever. I did get one CD, and then my mom got me the Phantom Clear vinyl, but that vinyl is just really cool. So,
typically for me, I don't purchase the music before it comes out, just because, like, why would I have it if I don't like it? I only did it this time around for the little collectible box because it came with a trinket. Like, it came with a keychain, some like little photo cards, lyric cards, and then the CD as well. So I was kind of taking a gamble. I didn't get the exact one that I wanted. I got my second favorite out of the 4 different options. It ended up working out fine because I do like the album, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, I just think it's really risky for a lot of people to do that. Like, we have a friend that purchased 3 different things, right? It was 3?
yeah.
CD and then 2 different vinyls, and then didn't end up liking the album. So, like, that type of thing just kind of sucks because it's like, oh, I wasted all my money on these things that I don't even like.
Like, even artists like 21 Pilots, they did stuff like that too. Like, they have so many like limited editions of the album. Like, there's like picture disc, there's different color vinyls, there's like splatter paint vinyls and all this stuff. I really loved the album, and I would have loved to get some of that stuff, but it's like, I don't want to spend the money in case I didn't like the album. And it's just like, also, why do you need 20, I think they had 24 vinyl variants or something like that. Like, why do you need so many variants? Like, I understand they're supposed to be special and like, but like literally they had like one for practically every track on the album. Like, yeah. It's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, it just doesn't, it makes sense. I know why they're doing it. I don't understand the people that buy, like, one of everything. I saw people on TikTok that bought out every single drop.
I saw that too.
Insane.
Or, like, even with the signed CDs, I saw people buy, like, every single photo. There was 4 different photo options for the signed CDs, and they bought all of them. Karma got some of those people, though, because some people were missing CDs. That's not my business. My CDs came. I think that Taylor's team needs to figure that out with those people.
But yeah, so the variants are kind of ridiculous. I understand why they're doing them, but they're ridiculous at the end of the day. So that was happening on the beginning. She ended up announcing the album on her, I almost said husband's, fiance's podcast, which was really fun. We did end up watching that, like we mentioned before. And then she came out with the album 4 days ago. So we're going to tell you our favorite songs on the album, from our most favorite to our least favorite, or should we do our least favorite to our most favorite? So we're going to do it least favorite to most favorite. We'll talk a little bit about each song, and then we'll get into the drama of it all, because what is going on, truly. So our least favorite is
Eldest Daughter. I didn't really like the way it sounded, and it kind of wasn't really up to my expectations, and some of the lyrics weren't my favorite. I do like the bridge though, so that gives it a little more points. Like, there's definitely Taylor Swift songs I like less than this one, but it just wasn't my favorite.
Mine is definitely Wishlist. I just don't like it. I don't like the whole basketball hoop thing. I don't know. I just don't really. I can relate to it in like the most basic way possible. Like I have my own wish list for my life. Like I have my own goals and wants and whatever. Like I can relate to it in that way. But like I'm not wishing for like, what did she say in the beginning? Like all these famous, like gaining a lot of money
and having like a fat ass and shit like that.
Yeah,
like girl, what?
I don't relate to that stuff really. Of course, I would love to have a lot of money, but like that's really unrealistic for me. So I'm a pretty realistic type of gal, not on my wish list. And then whenever she is talking about her wish list, it's like I want people to leave me alone. I have that already. I'm not Taylor Swift, so I guess I have that luxury. And then having a shoot ton of babies, like I don't want that. I also don't really like the way it sounds. It reminds me a lot of Lover. Lover is probably my least favorite album, if I'm being honest. So
next for me is Wishlist, for a lot of the reasons that Maddie said. My main one is I don't really like how it sounds. I do think it has like a cute like vibe to it, and that's why I kind of put it above Eldest Daughter, was because like sometimes I catch myself like dancing a little bit and stuff like that, but it's just not my favorite, and it's kind of just like strange. Like some of the words are a little strange to me, and like, do you, girl? But like again, there are songs in her discography that I like a lot less.
My second to least favorite is Eldest Daughter. I was so sad about this one because I was looking forward to it so bad. I am the eldest daughter. I'm the eldest grandchild. I am the oldest child in my family, let alone eldest daughter. So I was like, oh, this is going to be freaking devastating. I want to be like bawling listening to the song. I want to be angry. I want to be, I want to feel all these feelings. And then all of a sudden, like in the first couple of lines, she's talking about memes and she's talking about being a bad bitch and saying savage and things like that. And I'm like, okay, since I've listened to the song more, there are some, like I don't know if it's like the bridge or something. There's some parts of it that I do like, and like I'll listen to and I'll enjoy. And I understand, I've heard her talk about the way that she wrote it and why she wrote it the way that she did. I understand it. I understand why she used that terminology. I understand why she used that slang. However, I don't want to hear her say that slang. I don't want to hear it. I want to be upset. I don't want to be cringed out. Which is the point.
I also think that it was a little strange choice of hers to put it as a track 5, because like her track 5s have that reputation of being like the saddest song on the album, and usually she does really good for that. Like off the top of my head, All Too Well is a track 5, So Long London is a track 5, I'm pretty sure My Tears Ricochet is a track 5, So Is Tolerate It. Like those are some really gut-wrenching, beautiful, powerful songs.
That's why I had such high hopes.
And I had really high hopes for it, and there's a song on this album that to me is sadder than Eldest Daughter.
For sure.
And I just don't think that it lived up to what I expected. So it's not fully her fault because I had too high expectations of it. My next one is Father Figure. I have nothing like against it, but there are other songs to me that are higher than that. Like I really like the story and the words behind it, but I don't really like how it sounds. I had like a different, again, this is my fault, I had a different expectation of how it sounds because of the credit to George Michael's, and I love the original song and I love George Michael's, so I was expecting a little bit different of a sound, and it wasn't my favorite, but the story is really cool. So
I would say mine, and this is definitely going to be controversial, is Honey. Nothing against the song. I relate to the song actually pretty intensely. I agree with it. I just don't really like the way that it sounds. Like every time I listen to it, I'm like, okay, next. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. So I'm like, I just feel kind of bland. It just feels bland to me. I imagine honey, like actual like food honey whenever I listen to it for some reason. I don't like honey. So it's just like...
Sometimes when I hear it, I think of Winnie the Pooh, so...
Yeah, I think of the color yellow, I think of ooey gooey honey, I think of the taste of honey, and I don't like the taste of honey. Like, even though that's not what this song is about, it's not about actual honey, it's about being called honey. I don't have any other reasoning besides I just don't really like it very much.
My next one is Cancelled. I do like the song, and it's really just one of those things where it's like, there are other songs I like more, so that's why I got pushed down so far. And the Girl Boss to the Sun line kind of cringes me out a little bit. Like, I understand the point of it, and I understand like why she said it, and I just am not the biggest fan of the line, but I do like the way that the song sounds, and it kind of reminds me of Reputation, which is my favorite album, and it's definitely like a vibe. Like, I'm like, ooh, okay, like, but again, it's just really truly because I like other songs better.
My next one is a Father Figure. Well, I like the way that song sounds, but I can't relate to it in any way. Really? I'm not that.
Notice what pants you're wearing. Sorry, continue.
Strawberry shortcake. You know it. I just can't relate to the song in any way. I like the way it sounds, but it's a little confusing to me. Not like the point of it, it's not confusing. It's I have a hard time differentiating the son from the father sometimes. So I'm like, who is talking? The dialogue, even though it's a song, the dialogue is a little confusing to me. But that's why it's further down, but above Honey.
My next one after that is Elizabeth Taylor. This one and the next one are kind of a tie. I do like the way Elizabeth Taylor sounds, and I think that it's fun, it's vibey, and I do really like the chorus, and I like the lyrics in the chorus. It's just, again, I like other songs better. So that's why it is where it is, and there's nothing against it.
My next one is probably canceled. We're pretty similar in our thing. It's just a little bit different. I actually really enjoy Canceled. It reminds me, once again, of Reputation. It reminds me of just being kind of like feeling like a villain, kind of, you know, like if you're like a fantasy reader, like you enjoy kind of storytelling and stuff. It reminds me a lot of like being a villain. I kind of enjoy that. I like that feeling. I like the sound. It reminds me of like Are You Ready for It? Bad Blood, Look What You Made Me Do, things like that. And I love all those songs pretty dearly for the most part.
Did you girl boss too close to the sun?
Yeah, I don't like that part very much. I also can't relate to it very much as well. Like, why are you looking at me like that?
All of your friends except for me are problematic. Even I could be like considered a little bit problematic in some instances. But like, your friends are really problematic and messy. And they're rich.
That's okay. Okay, I see your point. However, just because my friends are a little the way that they are, in the song it's like, I like my friends the way that I am. I like my friends being scarred too. What have I done?
Oh, that's true. You're not problematic. That's why you don't relate.
Like, I feel like I'm more of the bystander than the one that actually receives the scars. So therefore, I don't relate to it that much. Like I said, that much.
Yeah. You have some problematic friends.
And I might be a little problematic a little bit in my own way, but like, not to the point where not to the point of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so my next one is Honey, and like I said, it's like almost a tie with Elizabeth Taylor. I like it like a little bit more, just because I think it's a really cute sounding song, and I love the part where, like the chorus part of it, where it's like, and anytime they called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive in the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off. And then like and it kind of reminds me of Question off of Midnight's, which nobody liked that song except for me. It felt like, and like it kind of had like similar vibes to Midnight, so like I kind of liked it for that reason. And then I thought the lyrics were cute, like the way that she's talking about Travis and stuff like that. So that's why it's a little bit higher for me.
It's definitely a cute song for sure. My next one would be The Life of a Showgirl. Yeah, I like the song. I like the way it sounds, but I don't know why I don't like it that much. I don't have a reason as to why I like the other ones more, really. Maybe the fact that I can't relate to it. I don't know. I really like Sabrina Carpenter's. I like that she's in there. I feel like their voices sound really good together. Maybe it's because I imagine it going down, and it like I really heavily think of Showgirls and like their aesthetic. And I don't like the Showgirl aesthetic, so that's probably. I think I just imagine a lot of orange, and I don't like the color orange.
My next one is The Life of a Showgirl. I like that one more than some of the other ones, just because I like the way that it sounds, and I like Taylor's vocals on it specifically. My thing that I was like thinking of was kind of a little bit what you were thinking of, but also for some reason, I don't know why, I think of Stevie Nicks when I hear the song. Like, Stevie Nicks is like the showgirl that she like talks to and like gives her the advice. I don't know why, and I just don't. I think it might just be because they're friends, and Stevie Nicks is older, and I love Stevie Nicks, so.
I think of Dolly Parton.
Oh, okay, that's valid.
And I honestly think that I think of Dolly Parton because of the movie Dumplin'.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
Like, I think about Dumplin' a lot whenever I hear that song.
I love Taylor's vocals in the chorus. Like, I think that I love when she gets in that lower octave, and the fact that she sings the whole chorus like that is just chef's kiss to me, and I think that that's part of the reason it's so high for me personally. Maddie's thinking of her next one.
I didn't prepare for this. I don't know why I didn't. I'm really winging this as of right now, but okay, you're gonna disagree with me on this. But I think my next one probably be Would.
It's about to piss me off.
It's probably Would. I don't know. I'm hitting a part where I'm like, I know my like top two, but then it's the ones after that. I'm like, I don't know. They're all kind of like the same for me. I really like Would. I like it a lot. I would honestly probably put Would and Opalite like tied. Stop looking at me like, stop being scary. I really, really, really like Would, but I don't like it as much as the ones that are left over. It's really funny. However, I'm not going to want to listen to it all the time. When there's other songs where I'm like, I can listen to this song on repeat and still feel very deeply for it. This one is like, if I want to just like jam out in my car, then I'll play this one. But
my next one is actually romantic. We're in top 5 territory right now at this point. Number 5 for me is actually romantic. I think it's really funny, and I love the toy chihuahua barking at me line, and just the way that she says some stuff in the song, it had me cackling the first time I heard it. Like, what do you mean it's making you sweat? Just perfect to me. And I like the way it sounds, too, so that's why it's so high for me.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I would probably have a tie with Opalite. I really like Opalite. I love what is it? How does it go?
But now the sky is opalite.
I love that part. It's so fun. I think the song is super sweet. I like that song a lot, but I like others more probably.
My next one, number 4, is Opalite. I really love the song. I think it's a really good pop song. It's fun, it's catchy, the words are really cute, and like that song I can see Travis Kelce dancing to, and that just is really funny to me. Like I can just picture him like doing some sort of dance like right after he like gets a touchdown or some shit like that, just imagining Opalite in his head, and I just think that is like really, that makes it even more fun for me. But I've always from the first time I heard it, I loved it.
My next one would be actually romantic. I think that song is also really funny. I relate to it a little bit here. Like I've had experiences where I relate to it, and I don't know. I think the song is well done and funny.
We're still kind of relating to that song because of the thing that happened the other night right after the album came out.
I can relate to that song, and I think the way that she did it was funny. And there's parts where I'm like really into the song. So
my next one, this is number 3. We're in top 3 territory right now. My number 3 is Ruin the Friendship. That song makes me like really, really emo. And the fact that like I was so surprised that it took that twist. Of, if you don't know the lore, her friend passed away, and her like taking that twist in the song like just caught me so off guard, and I was just like, and I love the way that it sounds. It's really cute, and it just, I mean, like I really like it.
My top 3, number 3 is Elizabeth Taylor. That song scratches my brain so nice. I don't relate to it that much, I probably would say, but it's one of what I say, at least in my head. I don't think I've ever said this out loud. It's one of her name songs. She has these songs where it's like about a person specifically, and she names the person like Betty or whatever,
or like Rebecca from The Last Great American Dynasty.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is one of her name songs, and the way that the Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever type, whatever it is, the chorus, the bridge, whatever, I don't know. I'm not a music person, so I don't know the details, like the specifics of that type of thing, but it makes me very pleased.
My number 2 is The Fate of Ophelia. From the minute I heard that song, I loved it. I was like, this is great. Like, it was a really good start it was a really good start of the album for me. Like, I think that the words are really fun. I think it's just like a catchy vibe. I love, like, in the music video, the subtle references to Travis, like the football and the 87 on the door and the picture of him in the dressing room. Like, I just think, and I really love the music video just in general. So, like, I think that Ophelia is just like the Fate of Ophelia is really, really good. And it has a story too, so I like that.
My number 2 is Ruin the Friendship. I love that song. It is so sad. At first, I was like, why is she literally talking about, like, cheating? Like, wanting to, cheat or...
Like, home wreck.
Home wreck, yeah. And I was like, what is going on? And then she, obviously went on to talk to his freaking grave. And I was, like, just shocked. This is the first time I ever heard of the fact that she has a friend that has passed. So I was, like... whole new territory for me. Although I don't have anything as serious as that, like, I feel like everyone to some degree can relate to kind of regretting your decisions, wondering what would happen if you did make a decision in the past, like, it's kind of like a what if type of song, and I think it's so sad and I love it.
I also think that should have been the track 5 instead of Eldest Daughter.
For sure.
That is the saddest song on this album.
For sure.
That's one of the, like, saddest songs I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's dramatic.
That's really dramatic.
Have you ever heard of a hyperbole? That line will come back later. So my number 1, this is going to be really funny, is Wood. I think that is the funniest song ever written, and that's not a hyperbole. Like, I'm so genuine, and I love the way that it sounds. I think it's so fun and catchy, and, like, I just want to dance every time I hear it, and I love the, like, superstitions metaphors in it. I think it's so fun. Like, that's definitely, like, honestly, I'm sure over time it'll make its way into my top 10 or, like, and, like, for, like, a little bit, my top 10 changes so much, so, like, I'm sure it'll make its way up there for a little bit.
I do love Wood. Don't get me wrong. I do love it.
I think it's a little ironic too.
It is a little ironic because you are a lesbian. My number 1 is The Fate of Ophelia. That song is exactly what I wanted it to be. I actually didn't have any expectations for the song because I saw the title of it whenever she released the titles. And I was like, I feel like that song could have so much potential, but I thought she was just going to, I don't know what she was, I don't know what I thought she was going to do to it. I didn't have any expectations for it. I was just kind of like, that song probably is going to be the ones where I was, like, looking forward to it, and then didn't end up, like, really, that ended up being the one that I was looking forward to the most. Eldest Daughter was the one that I was like, oh, okay. But The Fate of Ophelia, I love it so much. I love the story. I love the whole concept of it. Like, you rescued me from my potential fate. You rescued me from something that could have happened to me. I could have ended up like this person or whatever. The music video. Oh my gosh. It was beautiful. I love it. I love the artistic quality that it has to it. Like, the artistic inclusion where she made it look like paintings. I don't know. There was multiple parts of that thing where I was like, yes, this is what I needed.
One thing I will say is us and our 2 roommates, before the album came out, we were like, let's claim our track. The track that I claimed was Fate of Ophelia, and I think that I made a really good choice because it ended up being top 3 for me.
Yeah, it's great. Mine was Elizabeth Taylor. What? Mine was Eldest Daughter, and I failed miserably.
I was the only one who, like, genuinely loved the track that I claimed from the beginning, so let me just put that out there.
Mm-hmm. Lucky duck. For sure. So, that is our ranking of it. I will say we did actually go see the movie that came out. It was with quotes on that movie. It definitely could
film or like low, like mockumentary type vibe.
Kind of like it wasn't a disappointment. It's exactly what I was expecting, if I'm being so honest.
I wish I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, I wish that she just did like a release of it on YouTube, although YouTube would have crashed. Like
it did with the New Heights podcast.
Yeah, I definitely think I would have preferred it that way, just because then we wouldn't have to pay for it. And if you haven't seen it, and I don't know if she's ever going to release it, there's a chance that she won't because everything else is already up. Like, it was a kind of a compilation of the music video. It was the first look at the music video, and then the behind the scenes, which I'm sure she's going to release that eventually. The behind the scenes of making the music video, and then she talked about each individual song and then played the lyric videos. That was the entire thing. Which it was definitely interesting to hear her talk about it, to see the music video for the first time. I really was appreciative to see the behind the scenes. The behind the scenes were definitely really cool. Yeah, I didn't want to pay them. I didn't want to pay the money to go see it.
And also, one thing that I loved about it, not only did I love the experience, because it's just cool to watch stuff like that in the movie theater. Like, I love seeing the Eras Tour film in theaters, too. But one thing that I loved was she put the clean versions of the songs in there because I assumed she knew that a lot of little kids were going to go to it. And the clean versions were making me howl. They were so funny. Like, one of my favorite ones was Making Me Sweat. And then another one that I really liked, which I think sounds better than the original one, was I'm Not the Baddest instead of Bad Bitch and Eldest Daughter. Like, I think that sounds better.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely prefer the baddest and the eldest daughter than bad bitch. Just like, no, not my favorite.
She also, in Wood, instead of said open my thighs, she said open my skies. I thought that was funny.
Did you see that video? You might have sent it to me, I don't remember. Of a little kid being like, what was that? Whenever she said skies instead of thighs.
No, I don't think I did see that.
It was like a child that was shouting in the theater, what was that? Like, why'd she say that instead of thighs?
Now, my least favorite part of everything is everything that Taylor Swift does always comes with controversy. And, of course, we're going to talk about it because there's so much controversy surrounding it for some reason.
People hate this album. They hate it. And I'm sure you know. They hate it so bad. And they are going, like, they are really, what's the term? Like, they're clawing at...
They're grasping at straws.
Grasping at straws, yes. They are really trying, like, they're really digging deep into the lyrics, trying to find things and make it what it isn't. Make the album, make the lyrics what they aren't. And...
it's trying to create, like, a problem that isn't there. And, like, it's, like, instead of, like, they're looking for a reason to justify their hatred of her instead of just being, like, I don't like her or I don't like this album. It's not, like, what I like in her sound.
It is completely okay to not like the album. It is completely okay to not like Taylor Swift. What's not okay is to make an excuse to, like, try to make it an excuse to bring up hate and bring up potential problems, potential things that I don't think will ever actually ruin or stain her career, but could make it difficult for people to enjoy her. Because there's people that believe anything on the internet, and they're going to hear, oh, this lyric is racially motivated. Oh, this song is homophobic. And be like, oh, I think, is it? Like, oh, I don't think, I love Taylor Swift, but maybe I shouldn't be listening to her if that is. Girl, it's not. It's not. It isn't the way that people are making it out to be.
Yeah, so the first thing of racism in her thing is the one that I first saw was from the song Wishless, where she sings the words, have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. When I first heard that lyric, I took it at face value and was like, oh, she thinks her boyfriend's hot, she wants to have a bunch of his kids, and she would think it would be really sweet if the kids looked like him instead of her. It's a very common thing that most people say about their partners when they're thinking about having kids. A lot of people are saying, or maybe not a lot, a select handful that's kind of getting larger by the day, is saying that that means that she wants the entire block to only be white people, and it's like she's like promoting white supremacy, and it was like a dog whistle for like trad wife propaganda and weird stuff like that.
Saying that Taylor Swift is a trad wife is like absolutely insane, because one moment she's a trad wife, the next moment she is being like way too sexual, way too cringy sexual in her song Wood. You cannot be a trad wife. Like, by the definition of what a trad wife is, trad wives are not crazy sexual or talk about sexual things. They just have a shit ton of kids.
Trad wives are not gonna write a song about their boyfriend's penis. They're not gonna do it.
They're just not. Like, a lot of things that people are saying are, like, really contradict each other. Like, one thing that they say is something else contradicts it or proves that what they're saying is not right.
Or it just proves to me that, like, people don't know how to read anymore. They're, like, functionally illiterate. Like, you can read and you can sound out words and you know what the words say. You don't understand what it's telling you, though.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Taylor Swift saying, have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you, means that I want to have a bunch of your kids because I'm attracted to you. And to me, I didn't even take it as she actually wants to have that many kids. I think she just wants to sleep with him a bunch of times. Like, hello. And back to this line, have you ever heard of a hyperbole? Apparently not. English 101. Hyperboles, dramatizing the statement to make your point.
Like, she's not being literal. Once again, people are contradicting themselves. Like, that specific one of wanting to have their, the entire street be their kids. They're taking that lyric super literally, and then they're taking the onyx night and opalite sky super like, oh well,
it's a microaggression apparently to say onyx night versus opalite.
Like, if you really look into the lyrics, if you really find the deeper meaning, like, 1 minute she's being super upfront and the next minute she's being,
and 1 minute her lyricism sucks and she doesn't have any deep thoughts, and then the next second you're like making up this like super deep meaning that's like racially motivated and stuff. Like, what is happening? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, people are saying in the opalite song, the part where she's saying went from an onyx night to an opalite sky, people are saying saying that they think that she's saying to Travis, oh, you were dating black girls, but now your life is better because you're dating me, a white woman.
And if you listen to the words, the first time the chorus comes around, and my mama told me it's all right, and then the chorus, now the sky is opalite. And I think that she says the way that she says the sky is opalite, she's saying this guy. Like, it sounds like this guy and the sky. Like, she's trying to make it be like, Travis is a really good guy. He brought you out of a dark point. And since when are we not allowed to use metaphors of take someone coming out of the darkness into the light? So many people have used that metaphor.
It has been a thing for years.
For centuries.
Like, there's darkness and then there's the light. It's also because of, like, biologically, our bodies react a lot positively to the sun, specifically to light. If you are put in a dark basement for years, or a dark room for years, your body is going to feel fatigued. Your body is going to feel deficient of nutrients, of life. And then you walk into the sun and then you get that vitamin D. Literally, that's what that means.
And also, it's a metaphor because opalite is a man-made version of opal, Travis's birthstone. She's saying that by meeting and being with Travis, she has manufactured her own happiness. Her happiness is man-made by her and Travis. Not that she is making Travis more happy because she's white. Can we be for real?
Yeah. And she's specifically talking about herself, not Travis. She's like, my life was darker. My life was kind of like overshadowed by sadness, and then you brought in your own light to me, and now I feel full of life. It's nowhere is it talking about race.
And then some people are thinking that the lyrics where she's talking about leaving the table and stuff like that, Travis did when he was in his past relationship. I just learned about this today, actually. He did get up and leave the table because his ex-girlfriend wouldn't get off of her phone. And he got frustrated about it. So they're thinking that the leave the table lyric is about him leaving the ex-girlfriend at the table or whatever. That is a reference to Right Where You Left Me, that lyric. Help, I'm still at the restaurant. Now she's left the restaurant. She doesn't care about the fact that she broke up, that her and Joe broke up, or that her and XYZ person broke up. She's like, none of that matters to me anymore because I found the guy that's right for me.
It's literally, now the sky is opalite. Now the sky is opalite. I said two different things.
Yeah, if you listen to it and you think of the sky is opalite, you will hear the sky. If you listen to it and you think of this guy, it sounds like this guy. Like, you can't tell me that on purpose. You can't tell me that she didn't do that on purpose. There's another controversy of like Taylor Swift being like Republican or like anti something, and people are saying that in Actually Romantic she's being homophobic, apparently, because the insinuation is that allegedly Charlie XCX has a crush on her because she's always talking about her. She's like, oh, it's actually sweet that you keep talking about me. It's actually, like, kind of crazy, like, you're flirting with me because you're thinking about me so much. You're obsessed with me. And the concept of someone being so obsessed with you, like, talking about you and, like, talking shit about you and, like, tearing you down, like, being a fan, like, that concept is not new at all.
It's also extremely relatable to even the most common person. There are going to be people out there that hate you. There's going to be people out there that are somewhat obsessed with you, not even like in an obsession way that people are making it seem like, oh, I'm obsessed with you, like you're so attractive, you're this, that, next thing. It's like, I'm obsessed. You can be obsessed with someone and obsess over what they're doing, obsess over what they're saying, obsess over what they're not doing. Like, you can just be obsessed over people without even actually intentionally doing it. Just being hyper aware of what that person is doing, talking about them quite often, just making them kind of like your day-to-day type of person that you talk about. We've done it unintentionally. I'm sure I know of people that have done it to me, about me. So it's like, it's a very relatable song. And like, I can understand where the homophobic like concept has come from only because of Mean Girls. Truly only because of Mean Girls. Like, oh my god, you're so obsessed with me. And it's like a whole thing. Regina George, you know, the Mean Girl, if you haven't seen Mean Girls, which if you haven't, go see it. Go see the original one, not the musical. Dear God, don't see the musical. I only
watch the musical because Renee Rapp is sexy.
Yeah, exactly. Regina George makes everyone think that, what's her name? Janice is obsessed with her because she's in love with her, because she's a lesbian. When in actuality, like, yes, she made everyone think that she was a lesbian. Everyone made fun of her, and it was like, you know, it's an older movie. It's
Pyro-les.
Yeah, like, it's not. It wasn't great. People were making fun of her because of that, and Regina George was like, oh my god, you're so obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with me? Whatever. Turns out at the end of the movie, she's not lesbian. She's Lebanese. Do you remember that?
No, I always forget about that part.
Yeah, she's
Because in the new one, I'm pretty sure she is a lesbian. So I keep getting them confused.
Yeah. So I can understand where that came from because people like to cause problems. I can understand where it came from. However, that to me is obviously not the intention. It's just talking about your haters. Your haters are going to hate. And that doesn't mean that you have to give them the reaction that they want. You can make them feel uncomfortable and be like, oh, wait, why are you reacting that way? Like, I don't have a crush on you. What are you talking about? Like, and if anything, which this isn't what she's saying, but like, if you think about it, like, she's saying, oh my god, you're so obsessed with me, it's turning me on. Like, so if anything, Taylor Swift is the one that's gay.
Yeah, like, she's definitely like, wait, like, I kind of like that you're that obsessed with me. Like, even if it's not like Taylor Swift is being gay, like, there's like, oh, wait, I kind of like it. Like, yeah. Like, it's giving, like, we kind of have chemistry. Like, what?
Yeah, but everyone thinks that song is about Charlie XCX, and apparently it is about her because of the cocaine thing that she meant, like, the cocaine got you brave or whatever.
The fact that she talks about how you high-fived my ex when he and said that you were glad that he ghosted me because her ex, Maddie Healy, is friends with Charlie XCX, is friends with Charlie's husband, and they all have the same friend group, and they all, like, Taylor and Charlie also have, like, Jack Antonoff in common, Lord in common, apparently Gracie Abrams in common, like, Kendrick Lamar in common, like, so they have all these friends in common. So it's like, so her saying, like, the talking shit behind my back and the you high five my ex basically is saying that it's about Charlie, which it probably is partially about her.
It probably is about her, but at the end of the day, like, why does it matter? Because
Charlie made a dig first. Like, even if the song is about insecurities, being insecure does not give you the excuse to say that you hope someone breaks up with their or hope someone's boyfriend breaks up with them so you don't have to see them anymore.
Regardless if Charlie made the first move, and people are saying that Charlie was saying that, like, she made that one song, what is it called?
Sympathy is a Knife.
And said that one thing in the song that kind of alluded to Taylor Swift, but the rest of it was about her insecurities. Do I personally think that song that she made is about Taylor Swift? No, I don't think it's about Taylor Swift. I think that Taylor Swift is mentioned in there because Taylor Swift is a source of her insecurities. However, where the issue with quotes on that, lies is that whenever Taylor Swift came out with, or like announced her album, was it Torture Poets?
It was Torture Poets Department. As soon as she like dropped, I think it was the day she dropped it, Charlie tweeted or posted somewhere, I think it was tweeted, "Sympathy is a knife." You
in association with Taylor
Tortured
Swift.
Poets Department. You prescribed that label of it being about Taylor Swift to it yourself, Charlie XCX.
Yeah.
First of all,
she directed her fans and other people to listen to that song and think of Taylor Swift when you're listening to it. So at the end of the day, Charlie XCX is the reason that it is the way that it is now.
My issue with the whole situation is Charlie makes a dig at Taylor Swift, Camila Cabello, FKA Twigs, Rose, I think that's her name. All of these people, she makes digs at them, and the only person who cares are those people's fans. Her fans don't care. They think that her being a mean girl is a brat, and they think it's cute, and they think it's fun, and until Taylor Swift does it, and then when Taylor Swift does it, oh, she's a mean girl. Stop having higher moral standards for Taylor Swift than you do for every other woman in the industry.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I don't care if you're like, I personally do not care if Charlie XCX is releasing music that's like bashing other artists, because like if that is her thing, go for it. That's your thing. I kind of like Charlie XCX. I like some of her music. I liked some of her album. I don't have really anything against her. I still don't have anything against her that much, and I'm really interested to see what she's going to release in response to this, because apparently she's
in the studio.
She's already building it. What I don't like is that people are so mad at Taylor Swift for doing the same thing on such a small level. In comparison to other people, Taylor Swift, like, it's more of like a peep. She's like, oh, bloop. But in that little bloop was about the person, and the rest of the song is about anything else. And it also, I promise you, isn't just about Charli XCX. She has gone through so many phases in her life where she's had quote unquote enemies, quote unquote, like people that are against her, people that are obsessed with her in the moment, since she started being an artist. I'm sure even before that, because like I said in the beginning, this is a very common thing that happens to people. So like, it's not just about Charli, and people are like really upset with Taylor for even having a little bleep about her in there.
But then in the same breath, people will praise people like Kendrick Lamar for literally saying, "Say Drake," at him. Like, he literally name drops him in a diss track, and I think that Drake probably deserves
rightfully so, sure, but like
Eminem does it. MGK did it to Eminem,
and they don't really get that mad at these people. Like,
no,
it's fine if you're not gonna get mad at them. Perfectly fine. Don't get mad at Taylor Swift too.
And like, Eminem said like career-ending shit about MGK. Like, if I could remember the words to the diss track, like, I would tell you, but I don't remember. But like, he ate him the fuck up on that song. Like, literally, like, MGK switched genres after Eminem got done with that diss track. I do have one more thing about controversies that I want to mention. People are also saying that she's a mean girl because of the song Father Figure. They're like prescribing this song to being about Olivia Rodrigo. I think personally that people are making this beef that they have way bigger than it is, because I found out today Taylor Swift didn't actually sue Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo gave her the writing credits preemptively because of the lawsuit with Paramore about having to have a writing credit for an interpolation, or however you say that word, of Misery Business into Good For You. So she did that preemptively because she
didn't want to get sued, just in case she was gonna get sued.
She like kind of interpolated, or however you say that word, Cruel Summer into Deja Vu. And she did, I'm pretty sure, sample New Year's Day in One Step Forward, Three Steps Back. Mm-hmm. I don't even think that song has anything to do with like anyone, like any like actual like singers or anything. No. I think it's about her masters.
It could be about her masters, but she also simply just said it's a story. Like, this is two characters that I came up with, a father and a son, and the son is now becoming the father figure, like, kind of domineering one over the other. It's like, it's a story in and of itself. There might be a little bit more of an underlying message to her own personal life, but, like, we also have to remember that Taylor Swift literally writes fiction within her music. She has other albums where she's just writing stories because she's a storyteller. So why can't that just be that? You know, why does everything have to have a deeper meaning?
Yeah, and she wrote this when she was on the Eras tour before she got her masters back, which is why she said, this empire is mine, leave it with me. She's like, please give me back my masters. Like I made this is my hard work. Like, and she looked up to Scott Borchetta as a role model. He took her in. She was his first like client on his record label. Like she looked up to this guy, and then he took advantage of her. Like, and now she's like my dick's bigger pretty much because she's fighting for her master's back, and then she ultimately won. So like I don't think that has anything to do with Olivia Rodrigo, and I think that they still love each other and they still support each other and respect each other. I think Olivia just took her distance because a lot of people were considering her a Tay daughter, and she wanted her own career, and she wanted to be her own singer, and she wanted her work to be her work, not I'm listening to you because you remind me of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because you can see it, and she blew a kiss to Taylor Swift when she performed Vampire at that Grammys. I think it was 2 years ago now. Taylor Swift was up dancing during that song. Like, Taylor was giving her standing ovations. She was clapping for Taylor. Like, her and Sabrina were spotted talking it out at, I think, the last Grammys. So,
yeah, I think also at the end of the day, like, we just need to mind our own business. Like, unless it really becomes a very apparent, like, there's a whole trial type of crazy shit going on, that's public. Like, at the end of the day, like, they're adults. Olivia is much younger than Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has her own world, her own shit going on, and they obviously figured it out. So, like, why do we think that a 36, I don't know.
She's gonna be 36 in
36-year-old still hashing on about with a 22, 3-year-old.
No, she's gonna be 23.
22-year-old who's just trying to, make her own music, make her own empire pretty much. So I think that people just need to freaking get over it. And finally, before my phone dies, a lot of people, once again, like I said, it's okay if you don't like this album. Perfectly fine. Just because you don't like this album does not mean that you don't like Taylor Swift. It doesn't mean that
you're a bad Swiftie.
You're a bad Swiftie, you're a bad person, anything like that. Like, I'm not mad at people for not liking this album. One thing that I thought was kind of crazy is the amount of people that thought this was going to be her last album.
Yeah. That never crossed my mind.
Never.
But apparently people think that because she's about to get married, that's going to be her last album.
An insane thing.
Like, you are perpetuating the things that you're saying that she's perpetuating by saying that this is her last album.
The misogyny or whatever. Like, just because she's getting married, just because she's going to be a married woman and potentially have kids, means that she cannot work anymore? Like, what do you mean? Why do we say...
No other career would ever say that to, and that's what she said. She was like, that's shockingly offensive to me. I would never, like, you would never ask, like, someone who's, like, working in an office if they're gonna quit their job now because they're having kids or getting married.
Yeah, it's just, like, do I think she's gonna take a break? Yeah, like, she's going to enjoy her first, like, year or two of being married and talking about having children and stuff and potentially having children. Do I think she's going to take a break? Yes. Do I think she's going to stop making music? No. She's still young.
And she's also bored.
And
she said on the Life of a Showgirl thing, like the movie thing, she literally said, I have a filing cabinet of lyrics that I want to use someday. So I don't think she's going to stop making music when she still has a whole filing cabinet full of stuff she hasn't used.
Like, there's plenty of artists that are really old, like on the older side, like Stevie Nicks and stuff, that are still performing, Jennifer Lopez that are still making music, that are still doing all these things, and they're significantly older than Taylor Swift. And yet, as soon as Taylor Swift is getting married, like, we think that she's just gonna stop. I know that not everyone is said that to be mean or said that to be, like, whatever, but it's just the fact that is an automatic thing that people go to is just kind of, like, crazy to me.
And one more thing before we wrap it up, I hate that people are calling her a Trump supporter because of this album. Not to bring up Charlie Kirk because I don't like that guy, but his literally, like, practically dying wish was for her to become conservative because she's getting married. Like, she's so liberal that conservatives are begging her to be on their side because she has such influence in the musical and the political world to a degree. But clearly, her speaking out doesn't do that much because she endorsed Kamala Harris and nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just kind of crazy. Like, people that say that type of stuff to me, like, obviously you don't know her. It's okay if you don't know her. It's okay. You don't have to know. You don't have to know her. You don't have to know him. But, like, don't make these crazy assumptions and don't make other people that are really susceptible to just seeing
propaganda
to put out false information. She's obviously made it clear that she is not Republican. She might be independent. She might be Democratic. We have no idea. At least someone might know, but I don't know. But she's made it clear her beliefs, and I think that people are stupid for just putting out hate speech, pretty much.
And one last thing, my For You page needs to stop rage baiting me. Stop showing me that shit.
Yeah, the internet is being kind of crazy right now. But let us know if you liked the album. If you didn't, that's okay. Tell us why you didn't like the album. Perfectly fine. Like I said, there's songs in there that I don't like, but I was pleasantly surprised by this album, and I'm excited for more in the future.
Me too. I really liked this album. I think it was great, and I even liked it more than her last album. So
I really hope she comes out with merch, because I want to see what it is.
Me
Although
too.
it's probably going to be ugly, because it's all orange and green. We'll see.
I'm about to buy it just to be spiteful.
Truly. That's like, I'm just going to flaunt it out and about around my friends that hate Taylor Swift. Love you guys. I love Taylor Swift.
Love you guys, but I love Taylor Swift more.
Okay. That's all.
Bye.
Bye.